The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. You're welcome to the Youth Voice Show on Hope Channel Uganda. My name is Mudubira Angela, your host for today. I'm very happy to be back again here on Hope Channel Uganda. And today we are going to be discussing a very, very important topic, a topic that resonates with you, that resonates with me. And I believe that by the end of this discussion, we shall all have learned something quite taking home. But before we dive into that discussion and before we get to know what we are discussing about, allow me introduce the beautiful ladies and the handsome gentlemen on the panel today. We are very glad to have them, and I think three of them, it is their maiden appearance on this show, and we are very happy to be having new faces on this particular show. I want to start with the gentleman he is not in the middle actually, but he is called Martin Musoke.
Yes.
Please say hi to the people.
Yes. Hi, lovely viewers. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, that is Martin Musoke, and he is a student of land economics at Makerere University. He is always part of this show. I believe it is not our first time to see him. For those that have been following us, Martin, you are most welcome.
Thank you, Angela.
And next here we have a beautiful lady, Chomuhendo Margaret. Chomuhendo Margaret is a student of Bachelor of Science in Quantity Surveying. She comes from Makerere University and a member of MUSDA. We shall get to know what all these technical terms are in the long run. Margaret, you are most welcome.
Thank you so much.
Still, her maiden appearance, we have Chigwanye Alice Nachimoli. And
yes,
this
please.
one is a student of Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery, still at Makerere University. She's also a member of MUSDA. As if all people here are from MUSDA.
Yes.
We are glad to have you on board.
Thank you so much.
And lastly, we have a gentleman at the extreme right, my right.
Yes.
And that gentleman is Albert Nwajira.
Professor.
Professor.
Yes.
We shall get to know about the professor bit.
Yes.
But Albert also comes from Makerere University. And Albert is a student pursuing a master's in food safety and quality management.
Wow.
You are most welcome.
Thank
and
you.
We are happy to have you on this show today. So our dear viewer, you may be wondering, what are we going to talk about? Why do we have these students? I know you are hearing a student, and a student, because we are talking about something that pertains the student. So the students that are there, please invite your fellow students to join. Then the parents. This is again very much important to you because we are discussing something that your child is going through, something that your child is yet to go through. So what are we discussing today? That is the question we have in the house. Today we are going to be discussing campus life in reality. When I got to know that this is what we are talking about, I was very excited because I believe we all have the ideal campus life that we want to have. When I was joining campus, I had those expectations. I had the ideal campus life, like a dream, and I wanted my experience at campus to be a dream come true. So we are going to be discussing the ideal campus life versus the reality.
Yeah.
We are looking at campus life in reality. What exactly happens at campus and what do we come with in mind? We are going to look at the challenges that the students face at the universities. We are going to look at what solutions have the leaders at the universities come up with, and how are they helping students to cope up and adjust to the campus environment. But before we do that and go any further, I want us to first at least get an idea of what these people's ideal campus life was. Like, what was your ideal campus life? What was, please Martin, don't scratch your head. But we want to know, what was your expectation as someone, a freshman? What was your expectation? I want to start with my sister right here. What was your ideal campus life?
Right. Thank you so much. My ideal campus life. In the first place, I really looked at campus as a free zone, complete free zone, no rule. You enter at any time you want. You
but
read
some
books.
People keep telling us that freedom is at campus, but food is at home. Eh?
Sure, right? Very true, very true. I expected a very free zone. Freedom at maximum. Yeah.
Yes, Martin, what was your ideal campus life?
When we were in high school, they used to tell us that you will enjoy campus. So the teachers would tell us, no, you overread here so that when you go to campus, you enjoy. So I expected to enjoy. But anyway, there's a reality, as we are discussing. The enjoyment, and it can be there, yes, but then enjoyment.
It was too hyped.
It was overrated. I mean, I reached there, you look for where to enjoy. It's very hard to find. So
you realize you have to enjoy, but your pocket is somehow somewhere.
Yes, as you have said earlier on, that freedom is at campus, but food is at home. There's no way you can enjoy without food. And then also money. Yeah, things are tough at campus. We thought...
Aren't you scaring my Form 6 buckets right
No,
now?
you see, we are here to discuss the reality.
Campus life in reality.
Yes,
Okay.
I thought I would enjoy as much. We shall get to the reality later.
Yes, dear. Your ideal campus life.
Yes. So my ideal campus life, first of all, was to go into a land of discovery. I've heard many people speak on their graduation. I discovered I was this at campus. So I was like, wow, time to discover myself. And the second thing was less books, because we were told, read more, read more, read more. You go to campus and books are not that much.
That's calm.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, yes, please.
Thank you. My perspective is a bit different from what they have shared. I agree with their thoughts, but mine was on which university would I go to and which course would I do. So when I was back in high school, I wanted to go to Makerere. To go to Makerere University and then do medicine and surgery. Yeah, but the reality turned out to be different.
So that is their ideal campus life. So our dear viewer, what is your ideal campus life? What is that dream that you felt like going to campus would make you achieve that dream? Like your experience at the university would be a dream come true. What is that thing? Share with us. We want to get to know what's your ideal campus life. And now we are going to the reality. I want to start with a gentleman at the extreme end to give us the reality, the ideal versus the reality now. That is where we are. What was the reality that struck you when you went to campus?
I didn't have a lot of expectations on how the life would be, like I already mentioned. Mine was on which course would I do and which university would I go to. I did my high school at Maryland in a few years ago, and just besides my desk, I had put there the logo.
Do you want to argue? He said a few years.
What is few years?
just beside my desk.
It cannot be 10, eh?
Yeah, just beside my desk, I had put Makerere University. So I wanted to come to Makerere University. That was one. But it turns out not everyone makes it. There is a joke that Makerere chooses you. So for some people, it turns out that they do not come to Makerere. But for me, lucky enough, God willing, I made it to the university. So my reality was that I came to Makerere. But like many students who do the biologicals at A level, I wanted to do the medical courses. I wanted to do medicine and surgery. But turned out that I ended up doing food science and technology. So I didn't do medicine, but at least I made it to Makerere.
So your reality was in the course.
His reality
My
was
reality
partially achieved.
partly achieved.
Yes, please. What was the reality that struck
Yes,
you
so-
according to your ideal life?
First of all, as I told you, I expected less books. And here...
You are doing medicine and
yes,
surgery and you
I'm
expect
actually
less.
doing a bachelor of medicine and bachelor of surgery. So I was given the course and I was so excited. First of all, they told us less books, more partying, like more enjoyment. So I come to campus and I find this very big book, Gaiton, and we have to read it in 4 months, and that's all. You have to
Too
read
huge.
a very huge book, and not only that, that is one course unit actually. The reality really struck me, and it scared me first of all. But the other part of discovery, I have discovered myself, and I've learned very many things that I didn't know that I could do. First of all, I didn't know that I could have a passion in leadership. And I've just found it out in campus. So the reality and the ideal, I got something is there and some things are different. Yeah.
Yes, back to you, Martin.
Now, for me, somehow I expected I would read a lot. But
You
See-
are one in a kind. You expected you would read
Yeah,
alone.
you
Which course
know-
is that? Which
Which
does
course
it?
is that?
No, it's not the course. I think it is me. Yes.
Okay.
You know, there's this thing you think you're going to come. You know, camp, they tell you that you can mess up at O level, but at campus and A level there, you can't afford to mess up. So I thought when I come, I'm going to be focused on academics solely. But then the reality comes in that you cannot focus when you're broke. So, you see, okay, there are many things I can even talk about. You're broke, you don't have food, and then like there's many things. So the ideal was really totally different. I thought I would live in a room that was fancy.
The goal was being in a one-room mansion.
Exactly.
What
Like
happened?
I thought I would have a screen in my room, like a TV. I thought it would, you know.
Phones have screens.
Well, yeah, but then, okay, it was all totally different when I got on ground and realized that the first room I was in was not even tiled. Yeah, like there are many
Martin, aren't you still in an untiled room? When you say the first
Chichi,
room I was in,
Albert,
is-
I recently
relax,
visited
relax.
The room tiled now.
No,
Not
no, we
yet.
shall get to that. We shall get
shall
to
get
that.
there,
I'm still describing the reality, how it came about. So, but then you see, along the way, I think the reality that I found that is the best for me as per now, the best reality I found was Muzda. You know, I didn't have it in expectation. You know, they had been talking about campus. I know we are going to discuss this further. The fact that it is hard for Adventists at campus and all those things. But then when I reached, it is actually not hard as hard, but it is hard good. Like, you know, it is hard, but then good. That helps you to shape you. So I think for me, that reality struck me, and I thank God that it struck me. But then the other realities, they have been hard. Yeah, we are still coping up for 4 years.
You're
Yeah.
still recovering.
the tiles are
Yeah, we are still recovering up to
Better
now.
days
I
will
don't have a TV in my room. So, yeah, the expectations, I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, and lastly,
All right. I really love the expectations and the reality they found. However, as I said, my ideal was maximum freedom. But I realized that freedom comes with a cost. And not only a cost, but a choice. It comes with a choice that you have to decide either to go clubbing or go sleep. Either to go to class or not to go to class. And it comes with maximum responsibility. So it's not only the freedom, but I found out that you have to discover what you want, and from what you want, the freedom comes in.
thank you so much. I was interacting with a friend one time, and as we were talking, she told me her experience at the university. When she was in high school, she was restricted. Please, you have curfew of 7.
Yeah.
So she was in hostel whereby she does not have curfew. Then she told me it feels like being in prison. And you want to go out of prison.
Yeah.
And you tell the person, please release me. I want to go out of prison. And then they release you and open the door wide open. And they tell you to go, and you say, you know what? I want to stay in prison. That is what she told me. She told me that when you're at campus, you have the freedom, like she has said. The independence is there. Like, you're free to go, but you can't go.
But Angela,
No
Angela,
one has stopped you.
Yeah.
Angela, you also said you're a student, right?
Yes, I'm a student.
You've asked us, but what was your expectation?
My expectations. My expectations, by the way, when I was joining the university, I have never imagined, by the way, being an accounting student.
Yeah.
I've never.
Okay.
I've never. But reality struck, and I am an accounting student. By the way, I'm a finalist.
Yeah.
Yes, but my ideal was different. You know, I'm going to go and at Makerere, by the way, and do a Bachelor of Law. I become a lawyer. And here I am today, a student of accounting. But I'm very happy, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very happy. You know, everything happens for a reason. I had never realized that, you know, this is a path I can take and actually find passion in it and get to learn so much from it.
Yeah.
So our expectations are normally very high, and our ideal, like the reality that we find on ground is actually different. So as we are talking about campus life in reality, we cannot fail to talk about some challenges
Yeah.
that the students face. And in these particular challenges, I want us to draw our attention to health, prioritizing health.
Yeah.
It is something that students find so hard to go about, because you are in a situation, like we have said, where you have the freedom, where you are free to do each and everything that you want, but you have other constraints. You have financial constraints. You do not have the money, but you want to enjoy. You want to have a healthy life. You want to eat healthy, but you do not have, like, what are those challenges that students are facing at the university? Yes, please. What are those challenges that students face in regard to the health?
I'll look at it from the nutrition perspective. At my bachelor's, I did food science and technology. So there are some aspects of nutrition. Of course, nutrition comes with a cost. It comes with time to prepare the food, which are limited at the university. Some students may know the knowledge that we should eat better. Maybe we should eat
But they
vegetables.
can't implement.
We should eat fruits, but they cannot implement. One of the reasons why they cannot implement is because they may not be able to buy or to access these different foods. And also, it's unfortunate, but a good meal in many cases takes some time to prepare.
Be prepared.
So also that limitation is there. I've come from the library, it is 10 p.m. The most convenient option would be chips as I slope down to my hostel.
Chips.
Chips.
But chips.
I'm giving an example.
Yeah, okay.
I don't look like chips. Yeah, but that could be the most convenient, but it's not the most healthy. But because of the time limitations and the desire for convenience, many students end up with the fast foods, and which may not be as nutritious. That's the nutrition perspective. The other that we do not think about a lot is sleep. Sleep is health is equally important when it comes to health. But when the book is big, you have to read Guyton maybe 4 months.
Yeah.
Chances are very high that you're going to sacrifice
The sleep.
the sleep and go to read, which I think those are the nutrition aspect, but also the health, the sleep aspect, to be able to have enough rest even as a student. Of course, there are many reasons leading to that.
Allow me to clarify. Albert talked about convenience. Chips is not convenient. We all know the
Yeah.
convenient. Alice,
Rolex.
Chikomando, not even
Chikomando,
Rolex, Chikomando.
Rolex.
Rolex
egg.
is expensive. An egg is expensive.
yeah,
Those are
very
two chapatis.
But
Two chapatis, Chikomando.
yeah, it could be actually.
Trials
remind
are
me-
making Martin grow.
Yeah. Somebody found me at the chapati store and said, "Hey, but you man,
You also.
you did nutrition.
So you mean you also come
What are
here?
you doing here?" And of course, I had to find one to say, "Now you know, knowledge is not the only thing that determines what we eat." I know it may not be the most nutritious, but there are also other limitations. Now I am rushing. I also want to explore. You know, Uganda is known for Rolex, so I have to find other reasons. But sleep, I think for many campus students, especially if you are doing a serious course, or on top of the course you have other
serious
activities.
course.
Let me cover those who are doing other courses.
courses
If the
are
course is not
serious.
so serious, but you are doing other things, maybe you are in business,
Yeah.
you are going to encroach on your sleep time, and that can have long-term implications. Of course, now you say, okay, let me get the course and pass, but we don't think about the future. But sleep is important, and good nutrition is very important.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So I want to believe, according to the challenges that you people are saying and talking about, you're making it look like campus is it can be a good place, but as well, it can be a tough place to live in. So we are looking at campus as a jungle. You know, a jungle has a number of challenges that you are going to face there. But how best can these students survive? So we want to see how can these students survive in this jungle, the campus jungle. I want to start with my sister here. Like, how can the students survive in a situation that looks like it is too hard to navigate and survival is for the fittest? So how does the student survive in the jungle?
Wow. When it comes to a jungle, campus being a jungle, I would like to first really explore more about the jungle thing. You find a lot of people in campus, and these very many people you find, They have various experiences with them. You could find someone smiling at you, but you don't know what is behind that smile. So in this regard, campus can really become a jungle because you're going to meet a lot of faces, a lot of people, and how can you survive? How can you tell behind the smiles? One, I would say you have to be careful you have to be very careful and trace out. How do you trace out? You trace out from the different people that you meet, the friends that you could have. They could really have to tell you what takes place within campus. And that's from our OBs and OGs that we meet. Some of our friends really tell us, you have to be careful. There are a lot of con men, a lot of people, such and such. And that helps us to survive in this jungle from the various friends that we have, our OBs and OGs. Yeah.
Thank you
Maybe
so
if
much.
I could just
Yes,
add on something.
to
Yeah. The jungle also has good things. We like to, let's not paint a very bad picture
of the jungle.
yeah, of the jungle and of campus generally, because people are very happy. I'm sure, Martin, you are very happy at
Yes.
campus.
Yeah.
The other things, maybe in the
We are
jungle.
yet to know if he is happy.
Okay. If you looked at the jungle, we find there herbal medicine, we find
The
there
fruits.
wood,
Yeah,
we
the
find there
fruits.
But,
Kenene.
but now you need
Alice has been to a jungle.
Margaret mentioned, you need like some experienced person to help you say, now these mushrooms, they are edible, but these ones are
Not edible. Yeah.
poisonous. Yeah. So there has to be that ability to tease out the good and also know that the bad is there and you avoid it. But there are people here who have got very good, wonderful experiences at the university.
jungle.
Yeah. So the jungle is bad. The bad aspects are there which we want you to avoid, but there are also the good aspects that you should embrace and take
So
on.
is that the reason for the orientations that are done?
Yes, that's the reason for the orientation. To
know-
point
to
out
know which mushroom.
Yes, to know which mushrooms are edible.
Edible and which ones are poisonous.
Yeah.
We are about to go for a short break, our dear viewer, but something is telling me I want Martin to talk something about managing your wallet as a student. Just something brief in a minute before we go for our short break.
Managing the wallet. Huh? Friends, the wallet, allow me to even come closer. The wallet is one of the most complex things at campus. And there's a video that circulated recently for the Musda people's orientation. And we were seated there with my friend, Prof. Albert, and someone else, so Prof was in the middle. And he was pulling out 2K to show that surely you have to manage the wallet. Even 2K at campus can become a problem. You see, some things we talk about laughingly, but then you reach there and surely you have to know how to manage the little resources that you have. Yeah. Some people come to campus and they are always calling home, yet even at home there is nothing. So when you come to campus, it's like Alice said, it's an adventure of how you can know how to manage the wallet. If you're given like 20K in a week and you have 20K may even be too much. If you have like 5K.
You're speaking from an informed perspective.
Yeah,
From experience.
From experience.
Yeah, so we have to know how to handle the resources, and not only handling, but how can we also make some more resources?
Increase.
What are the different avenues that are there for us to add on to what our parents can afford to give us? Yeah.
Thank you so much, Martin. So, our dear viewer, we are still diving into this topic, campus life in reality. We have seen the ideal campus life and the reality, and somehow we have looked at the challenges that the students face while at the university. So we are going to see, what is the church doing? What is Musda doing? We are just using it as a case study, but we want to know, what are they doing to make sure that they help to guide these young people in the jungle, so that they survive in the jungle? Someone talked about the mushrooms, so that they show you what is edible and what is not edible.
poisonous.
What is the importance of that? And why should it be something that should be adopted? This is the Youth Voice Show on Hope Channel Uganda. We shall be right back. Campus life can be a transformative experience because it offers a unique blend of opportunities. It gives you the opportunity and chance to explore your new self. It gives you the opportunity to learn new ideas and be able to associate with different people. Welcome back. This is the Youth Voice Show on Hope Channel Uganda, and we are still on our very, very interesting topic, campus life in reality.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, those that have joined the show. Please continue to share it with your friends. Continue following the Youth Voice Show and continue watching Hope Channel Uganda. We are back with the wonderful team that we have been discussing with. Thank you so much for choosing to come and to allow us host you here on Hope Channel Uganda. It is our pleasure. So we were talking about campus life in reality, and in our first segment, we talked about the ideal campus life and what actually happens in reality. We talked about the different challenges that the students face while at the university, but there is something that we did not talk about before we go to the solution or the way forward. Love is something that students, oh, I said love and Martin started shaking. I believe he has a lot more to say. But love is something that students tend to feel like they are going to experience more while at the university. I do not know how true that is, but we are yet to find out from our panelists.
Yes.
But very many times in the quest of looking for love, in the process of trying to find love, students fall victims. They become prey to people that are not right.
Yeah.
They tend to be used by the people that they think love them. So we want us to understand and differentiate. Is it love or it is lust? Guide that person in the jungle. Martin, I want to start with you because the way you started nodding your head when I talked about the word love, I want to believe that you're speaking from an experienced perspective, not informed perspective. But we want to understand, is it love or it is lust? And how can a student be able to differentiate between the two? Yes, Martin.
I don't know if I look like the one who has a lot of love or lust, but anyway.
We just know, don't worry.
I just
we
know.
just know.
You just
Don't
look
even
You could have
experienced.
been a victim,
Is it love
but
or
it
lust?
is okay to cry.
You know, when I came to campus, I remember the first time I entered one of the halls. One of the things that shocked me was the fact that condoms are on display in halls. Like, you can just come pick out, for everyone, you can just come pick out, go use, come for more, as much as you want. So in my mind, I was like, is the university trying to promote sex or not? But then you see, in the long run,
Barbie, first year Martin.
yeah,
And what happened? in
Fresher.
time?
Did you pick?
Angela.
Do you pick by the way?
No, I've never picked any. But you know,
Martin has some money, he can't pick.
Okay.
He will definitely buy.
Angela,
Okay, let's continue.
So, dear friends, I saw this and I'm like, yeah, what's the university trying to do? I thought they would not encourage such things, but then I realized that they are doing it for the safety of the students. And now that made me realize that actually most of the relationships that are in university are not per se love relationships, but they are rather lust-founded relationships. Because, and I remember, just to say, is it love or lust? There are even some of the implications. I think Alice will expound more on some of these things. There's a time we did a medical camp in Makerere, and funnily, we found out that at least in every 100 students in Makerere, you will find like 3 that are HIV positive.
Yeah.
At least in every 100 students. And Makerere has many students, like 56,000. So that means there's lots of students that have HIV. But then how does this come about? Some of them think it's love relationships, yet they are actually not love relationships. There are many, like we've talked about the jungle, there are many guys that are looking out, not even just the people, the students themselves, but even sometimes the lecturers,
Yeah,
the
sugar
border
daddies.
guys, the sugar
Sugar
daddies.
daddies waiting
what-
for you in their vehicles.
Yes.
I mean, mummies.
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah,
actually.
sugar mummies. Yeah, I've not seen any, but yes, they are also there. And you know what saddens a lot? It is just a simple 3,000 for chips.
Sure.
And that's when you know that
Very sudden.
you get. So the relationships that we build at campus are going to determine a lot. And that's why, as we are going to discuss the solutions, it's very important to know how do you even build a purposeful relationship while at campus, so that you don't end up being exposed to the lustful kind of people that are in campus. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, Alice, is it love or lust?
Is it love or lust? Actually, this topic, I would like to first tell you, your neighbor is HIV positive until proved otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
That's true.
So, my dear freshers,
My neighbor. Your neighbor too.
yes, my neighbors, they are all HIV
We are
positive.
going to prove, eh?
Yeah, until proved otherwise. So, my dear freshers, freshmen who are coming in, your neighbor, everyone that you're seeing in campus is HIV positive, unless proved otherwise. So, is it love or lust? So, we find out that most relationships in campus are sex related. And my dear friends who are viewing, I know there are some who are done with campus. I know you know these things. And those who are coming in, please be careful. I'm sure that person will come and see their motive. What is their motive? They are telling you, come to my room at 10 p.m. to do what? As a girl, what are you going to do to a boy's room? At 10 p.m., come and sleep over. Discussion? No, that is not really a good time to discuss. So, is it love or lust? We look at the intentions of the relationship.
Yeah.
Is this relationship intending to marriage or for enjoyment? Because I've had many friends of
Could
mine.
just be in a relationship simply because you are the one available.
Yes, and
So
you
since you are
can.
available, then
Or you don't want to be lonely.
or you don't want to be lonely.
Or just to enjoy campus. Some people are there and they are virgins.
Or you
Please,
don't
my
have
freshers who are virgins, keep your virginity to marriage. You're going to come and I mostly hear gents who will come and say, I've never experienced this. Let me try out. Please, HIV is looking at you. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Actually,
Yes, please.
to add on what Alice has said, when we live in high school, we have these expectations of, I've not had a boyfriend for a long time. They didn't vibe me in my high school. So it's my time to experience.
Your time to shine.
Yes. So
Was
you're
that
like,
your
wow.
expectation?
It might be part of it.
Because
No, that was not
it seems
part
like
of my
it's coming from a deeper. Yeah.
How do you know
Speaking
the
from-
tone?
Yeah.
All right, Martin, fast hold on. Actually, so when you come, you're like, wow, I must have someone. And you don't want to feel out of place when your fellow girls are all hyping about their guys. My guy is driving this, my guy is doing this. So you're ready, you're actually so open for whoever is coming in. But you need to know what's the intention of that relationship you're entering in. Are you just coming in for vibes and vibes? It's not all about vibes, or is a lot of things to consider.
Was your expectation met?
My expectation.
Yes, Alice.
I'm sorry to add on, from the medical perspective, actually, I've talked about HIV, but there are very many sexually transmitted diseases. Like we have HPV, like we have very many diseases. Actually, when I talked about HIV only, I remembered my doctor friend reminding me, HPV is looking at you. And HPV causes cervical cancer for the women. So, like, very many diseases are looking at you. And for you're there, I'm scared of getting pregnant. Please, my dear, HIV, you take drugs for the whole lifetime. But pregnancy is only 9 months. Thank you.
But also, Angela, to add.
Let me just first give a disclaimer.
Yes, I was also bringing a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
My disclaimer is that I am the least experienced to speak about this topic, but I think there is love at campus.
Yes.
There is.
Yeah, I want to look at the positive side of it. there are very many people who have found love or maybe found their partners at the university. So the university also gives you that opportunity to interact with the different people of the opposite sex and more freely than maybe before. And you're also at like a life determining point.
Yeah.
After campus, you're going to get a job. And
Married.
maybe after campus, family for some people could be the next thing before that. So when you come to the university, look at your priorities and see if that's one of them. And you could find love at campus. I know my friends who have found love at campus. I will
Thank
not
you for
mention
knowing
them.
them.
I'm speaking while looking at Martin. I want to believe that your eyes were just looking in that particular.
No, I was
Yeah.
looking at the moderator.
The moderator.
Okay.
That will be a
It's
discussion
okay.
for another day.
Okay.
So we have looked at all those important things. So what comes into your mind? Like, what is it next? Having seen all those challenges, as young leaders in the universities, what have we done? What is it there that we can boast of and say that at least we have guided a certain student in the jungle? I remember when I was in my year one, I managed to get to know about this orientation at MOBS, Makerere University Business School. We have an association of the SDAs, MOSDA BS. They normally carry out an orientation for freshers. You know, I personally missed my orientation in year one, like for the university. So when I heard about orientation for freshers, I was like, is there another university in the university? But then I got to know that it is this association. The church is so strategic and organized in how it does its things to an extent that it doesn't want to leave anyone out. They want to involve everyone because you matter, we matter, and we care about you. So that is why they brought in this aspect of the orientation. And I'm informed that it is also something that MOSDA Maine has also taken up. MOSDA is Makerere University Seventh-day Adventist Association. Yeah. So the orientation, why is this orientation important? Like, why was it an initiative that was brought on board? And are we seeing any fruits of that orientation? And when is it going to be next? Like, I know there are very many people that want to join Makerere and they want to know, when is the orientation? What is it all about? Why did they start up the orientation? Are there any fruits of the orientation? Please let us know. We want to know. I want to start with Martin. You know, Martin is my good friend. So every time I'm discussing about something, I feel like I want him to speak first. So, yes, Martin.
Thank you, Angela. By the grace of God, I didn't miss my orientation. Okay, I missed like the first day, but then I attended the other days. And also by God's grace, I'm seated in the middle of the former chairperson of the orientation of MOSDA and the current
so we are
chairperson.
speaking with informed people.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to share a little, but then they will expound because they have chaired these committees.
So who is the current?
Oh, Alice is
Alice and
no,
then-
Alice is the
I'm
former.
the former. Yeah.
Then Margaret is the current chairperson.
Okay, I think we
Albert
shall
is a well-wisher.
A well-wisher.
Yes,
Please,
yeah.
there is a better time. I'm a presenter in the orientation.
Oh yes, Albert is a presenter.
Actually,
Yeah.
I heard you calling him professor.
Yes,
so-
Prof. Oh, Prof is a presenter.
Yes.
Professor Albert is a presenter in the
facilitator.
orientation.
Facilitator. yes,
Facilitator, everything. So yeah, orientation, as we have been discussing, there are many challenges. And good enough, as we've been discussing, some of the things we've been discussing are actually some of the focus areas that happen in most of these orientations. For example, the jungle that we've talked about, the wallet, how to manage your wallet, the issues of the heart, the health aspects. So these are aspects that we really need to know how to approach them. And this orientation comes to bring everyone that is in year one on board. Funnily, when you come to campus, you may be confused. You may not even know where to worship from. You may not even know where to find a purposeful group of people that will help you identify some of your goals, that will help present some of the opportunities that you need. Some people leave Makerere, for example, without going to even some of the colleges, without knowing where some of the activities take place. You may find someone ask them where is the main pitch of Makerere, and they don't know. You may find someone asking them where is a certain hall and they don't even know. I spent like 3 years without knowing where the College of Veterinary Medicine was.
But you said you didn't.
Yes, I attended.
You didn't miss orientation.
I attended, but I missed out on the tour that they made.
Oh, the campus.
Yes,
tour.
the campus tour. So this is a chance to ensure that you who is there, be it an Adventist, be it an non-Adventist, you're not lost in campus, because all these issues concern you as you're joining campus. So I think the rest, the team here can expound.
Yes, so the former leader of the orientation, are there some fruits of the orientation that we can boast about and say that, yeah, this is what we gained from this orientation?
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, I would say Margaret is one of the fruits.
The chair.
By then, I was the vice chairperson, and she's a wonderful lady. She's a wonderful one.
Wow.
And last year, we had a total of 44 freshers.
Yeah.
We call them stars at Mazda. We call them stars. So we had a total of 44 stars. And we realized that every year we have graduates, so we need to replace that space. So those 44 stars, you know, like campus is, as it was explained, as a jungle. People get lost. Even after capturing them from the jungle, they can easily get lost.
Go back.
But we thank God that most of them are in Mazda and they are serving God. Yes. So what am I saying? This orientation is a very important program. Personally, I missed my orientation. I missed it. I didn't know Mazda. I didn't know anything. Hopefully, maybe if it was displayed at Hope Channel, I would see that. And I'm so happy for this initiative. So when you get to know about the right place to be, it is so easy for you to develop. But most stars or most freshers spend a lot of time moving up and down, looking for their classrooms, looking for places of worship, you spend all that time and you find the exams, they find you blank. You've not read. You missed many lectures because you didn't know where the classrooms are. So this is a very important program which runs for a whole week for our stars, for our freshers who are coming in. Please endeavor to attend.
Thank you so much. So our dear viewer who is out there, you could be a parent and you have a student or a child that is going to join the university. We want to tell you that please rest assured that your child is going to be in the right hands. This is a program that is across all the SDA associations in the various campuses.
Yes.
They have all taken the mantle to make sure that they carry out orientation to guide these young students and to guide these young adults. I want to call them young adults.
Young adults.
Young adults. So they are joining an environment that is new to them, but at least they have someone that is guiding them, someone who was once in their position, but is now in another position. So they speak from an informed and experienced point of view. So someone who is planning to join the university, please do not miss out on such opportunities. So it is at this particular point that I want the new chairperson of the orientation to say something and tell us where is the orientation going to be, when is it going to start, at what time, who should be part, who is invited. We want to know all those details of the orientation.
Great. The orientation. This orientation is under a main theme called Campus Life in Reality. And it's going to take place from the 3rd to the 9th of August 2025, actually this coming month, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. What we do from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., it's like a short session, mainly to inform, to orient our dear young ones that are joining university. Yes, and it has various sub-themes. I would really like to also explore about the sub-themes that we're going to have, including a home away from home. Can you imagine? University can be a home away from home. Indeed, it can be one, as well as, is it love or lust? And also, another point of discussion will be managing your wallet. A lot of things that we're going to discuss about, and it's going to run for a full week. I wouldn't really love anyone to miss out on this great chance and opportunity to learn and get much more informed from people that have experienced life in campus.
Just to add, Angela,
Yes,
there is also food.
Yeah,
Yes,
food.
there's also food.
Swallowship.
Yes, swallowship. Friends, there will be free food for that whole week. And
Don't starve in the hostel.
yes,
Yeah, true.
don't spend that money in the first week. You'll be assured of supper every week.
Yeah.
Actually, there are also gifts.
Gifts.
Yeah.
There are gifts for
So
attending.
can I also become a fresher for only that 1 week?
Yeah.
and-
It's okay.
It's
We shall
fine.
never know.
It's okay.
We shall never know.
Even though I know you, Angela, I'll pretend like I don't know you. Yeah. So you should ensure that you attend. It is a place to make new friends. As you've had there will be different speakers. Prof is one of the speakers here, and Prof, what will you be talking about?
I think something on academics and motivation.
Yes, motivating academically.
Yeah. What I'd like to add on, just on what has been said, is that orientation helps you to avoid costly mistakes. When I see someone who has done something bad, my heart tells me that, you know what, Albert, if you had been given that opportunity and the circumstances that that person found him or herself in, you could have also done the same. But sometimes the mistakes are costly, like life-defining mistakes. Our doctor here has been mentioning HIV and STDs. It can just be one. It was just this person. You said, now let's just go.
One time.
I have been in an Adventist school. Let's just go this one time. And maybe in that instant, when you checked where they put the things that Martin talked about, that day they are not there.
On a bad day.
On a bad day.
Like as though you don't know.
On a bad day, those things are not there. And you, just this one mistake, you live a life of regret. So what orientation does is to help us avoid those costly mistakes. You are going to repent. God will forgive you. But this very dear consequence, you will have to live with it. So please come to orientation so that no one takes advantage of you and you are able to avoid those costly mistakes.
Thank you so much. So orientation is a very, very, very important aspect. So we have gotten the dates, and please make sure you do not miss this wonderful experience. Make sure you are part of such a wonderful experience that you will live to tell. You know, she is a product of orientation. She was once a star, and now she's also going to guide other stars. So I believe that this is a very good initiative, and it has been adopted by very many other institutions and associations as well. So I believe it is something good that we have to take on. So I want us to just share our parting shots. Anything that you want to tell to the people before we say goodbye? Yes, please.
Thank you. I will just re-echo my last message. Orientation will help you to avoid those costly and mistakes that you might regret. Then 2, campus has good things and also has the bad things. You need responsibility as well as the independence that will be there.
Thank you so much. The parting shot from Alice.
Yes, me, I would like to invite and tell the freshmen out there to come and attend. Personally, I have my 2 siblings who are coming to campus, Chigwanye Irene and Chigwanye Florence. So eager to see them. Please come and get the guidance. There you will enjoy the campus life.
Yes,
Great. For me, I would say there is always opportunity to avoid the mistakes that we would have made. And when that opportunity is availed, it's important that we take it on so that we don't live a life of regret, like Albert said. So come and join in, and wherever you are, whether it's MUBS, whether it's Muzda, Makerere, Chambogo, Ndeje, Busitema, wherever you are, I am sure there is an association of purposeful people that have organized an orientation for you to ensure that you do not get lost.
And lastly, my chairperson.
Yes, I want to also talk about a home away from home. The one place to be in campus is where you find a family that truly loves you, truly welcomes you, and is ready to give you a step in the right direction. So don't miss out on this orientation, for this is family that is ready to take you on.
Thank you so much, our dear panelists, for today. Thank you, our dear viewers. Thank you for following. We have been discussing campus life in reality. Thank you for keeping it Hope Channel Uganda. My name is Mudubira Angela, and I have been the host for today's show. Till we meet again next time.